Brett looking, drills the middle. He's got Jennings. Brett Favre has passed Dan Marino to become the National Football League all-time leading touchdown passer.
Brett Favre steps up in the pocket, fires a bomb, touchdown! There's the reason the Jets got Brett Favre.
He fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Oh my heavens!
To win 3 MVPs, to win a Super Bowl and numerous Pro Bowls is a dream come true.
Well, this is very exciting. A first here on First Take, the one and only, the Hall of Famer, Brett Favre. Brett, good morning. Thank you so much for being with us.
Well, thanks for having me. It was nice to see those highlights.
Yes.
I kind of forgot some of it.
We did it. We are so happy to have you this morning. And we are not interviewing you today. You're joining us on behalf of Green Eagle. You are part of the debate, sir, and you are up first, Brett. So you get the first crack at this one. Is Mahomes already in the conversation of best quarterback ever?
No. He's great, but I think he needs to play many more years, which if he does, there's no question that he's in the conversation. Too young.
Max?
Now, I would say that that's right if you say greatest ever. I mean, we're parsing words here, but he's not going to be the most accomplished. In terms of who I've put my eyes on and said, that guy the peaks he hit are already, oh my God. Brett, he's like you, and take away the turnovers. Like before his first, and you're one of the greatest who ever lived. Before his first game, when you just saw him like preseason, it was like I came out on First Take and said, I'm going to tell my grandkids I saw this guy throw. It sounds ridiculous, but you're one of the names I mentioned in terms of the electricity of his arm. And since then, he threw 50 touchdowns to 12 interceptions, won the MVP, followed that up by improving that ratio on the Super Bowl MVP. He might do both this year.
Brett Favre, I must confess, I'm actually shocked. I mean, your first appearance on the show here and the first words out of your mouth, you completely agree with me. I'm very stunned, but pleasantly so, I might add, because I've been trying to tell Max this. The dude is phenomenal thus far, but longevity matters. Consistency matters. Doing it over a long period of time matters. And to just summarily just dismiss the Aaron Rodgers of the world and others and just elevate this guy after a couple of years, I felt was absolutely positively ridiculous. We've argued about it on many occasions. And then the one and only Brett Favre, in his very first appearance on First Take, comes on the show and agrees with me. I'm very touched,
No, that's
sir.
not actually what just happened, but nice try.
I'm very touched,
Brett
Brett
gets
Favre.
the final word here, Max. Brett gets the final word on Mahomes, and then we'll move on.
No, we all agree. The guy's great. What he's accomplished so far is outstanding. I agree with Max. One turnover this year is incredible. To be a gunslinger, you would think that you would turn the ball over. At least a tip a ball or something. But very impressive.
It's just a little too early. I hear you. All right, next topic we got here for you, Brett. How confident are you that Aaron Rodgers wins another Super Bowl in Green Bay?
Well, let me put it to you this way. I'm very confident that he will do his part. Whether or not the remaining team and coaching staff rises up to his level of play, and the ball bounces their way, but there's no question that he will do all that he is capable of, which is quite a bit in order to get there.
Yeah, I don't have confidence that he'll win another one. I agree with you, Brett. He's great. He is an amazing talent. He'll do his part. But considering they never draft in the first round for offensive weapons, they believe they can find guys and coach them up, and they've done a pretty good job of that. Well, damn, that defense must be amazing, right? In that case, no, it's not. And then they draft his successor when they just won 13 games and beat Seattle and wound up in the NFC Championship game. Instead of giving him the best chance to win right now, I don't have confidence he wins another in Green Bay.
I mean, I just don't know what to say. I mean, I'm just very, very touched. I mean, Brett Favre is 2-0 right now. I mean, both points were right on point. Because here's the deal. Aaron Rodgers, as phenomenal as he is, I mean, considering, and I'm not trying to not, I mean, Devontae Adams can play, Valdez-Scantling can play, and I got all of that. But Brett Favre, you can appreciate what I'm about to say to you, even though you didn't win the Super Bowl with him, because he retired a couple of years earlier, obviously, for health issues. Sterling Sharp, one of the great receivers to have ever played football, that is not mentioned nearly as much as he should. You know, your first few years in Green Bay, you had somebody like that. Aaron Rodgers ain't had anybody like that. And instead of getting somebody in the draft, maybe a DK Metcalf or somebody, what do the Green Bay Packers go out and do? They draft his successor. Go figure. Brett Favre, you're 2-0 right now. A perfect appearance on First Take thus far, my brother, I must say.
Wait, before we move on, Brett, I have to say this to you, because you said he will do his part, and Stephen A. just brought that up. Obviously, they didn't draft a wide receiver for him. They took Jordan Love. You know what that's like when another quarterback is drafted, like an Aaron Rodgers situation. Do you think the team will do their part and get the right parts around him, or do you think they've done enough?
Well, the jury's still out. Did they do enough? As we say, or as we're talking about this presently, it seems as though they've done their part. But time will tell. We're all in agreement that we felt like they should have gone with an offensive weapon for immediate help right now. Mm-hmm. So we'll see who's right at the end of the season.
Okay, fair enough. We'll
Can
move
you
on
imagine,
here. Oh,
Molly,
go ahead, Max. Yeah.
If Aaron Rodgers, like, Brett, you took your shot with Minnesota and actually did very well and would have been something to win a Super Bowl with them in the division. Could you imagine if Aaron Rodgers took a shot with, a team like Chicago, who has never had a quarterback like that but has the defense? Could you imagine? Because that's not out of the realm of possibility.
They'd kidnap half their squad and throw them to the trash to get their hands on somebody like Aaron Rodgers. Chicago right now. Could you imagine with that defense, if they had an Aaron Rodgers? Lord have mercy.
No question. Brett knows what it's like to make moves. He's not afraid of that. All right, Brett, we're moving on here to Philadelphia. This one is puzzling for me. Do the Eagles have a franchise quarterback in Carson Wentz? What is going on with him?
Tough one. I certainly agree with you, Molly. It is puzzling. I would say this. I think he is very capable. I think he has to stay healthy. I know he has to stay healthy. And the pieces around him, I'm not saying they're good enough or not good enough, but they have to stay healthy and have some consistency. Sometimes I don't even know who he's throwing to. So they've just been riddled with injuries, and that in itself is certainly not helped Carson, and he's been injured himself. So play a full season with your guys, and let's see what you're capable of.
No, he's not a franchise quarterback. He's a starting quarterback and a middle-of-the-pack guy. Guys, when he says something at a post-game presser, he's turned the ball over, 13, 14 times in Eagles territory already. He's not durable. He's tough as nails. He's not been durable. I'm not questioning his toughness or his heart. And when this guy gets up there and says, hey, should I give up on a play or try to extend the play? That's a fine line. I'll be walking for the rest of my career. That's just the way we do it around here. No, he's talking like he's Brett Favre and he's an Iron Man and he's won a Super Bowl and he's one of the all-time greats. His team won a Super Bowl when Nick Foles was the quarterback, and they were dead in the water the next year until Nick Foles took over when he got hurt and led them on a charge into the playoffs and beat the Bears. Great defense at Soldier Field. That wasn't Carson Wentz. That was Nick Foles. He has not done anything to be talking like that, and I think the problem is he is not being held accountable. And I don't think at this moment I would call him a franchise quarterback.
Well, you can't call him a franchise quarterback right now because he's too sporadic and undependable to call a franchise quarterback. But Brett Favre, I'll defer to you with this question. What do you think the reason for it is? I mean, I understand the durability questions have always been there, but the precipitous drop-off that we've witnessed over the last season and a half to 2 seasons from this guy, do you put it on him? Is it on Coach Doug Peterson? What is it? What do you think it is?
I think he's very capable. I think we all are in agreement that he has the tools. I'm gonna err on the side of lack of consistency. Who are you throwing to?